The movie Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg.
He starts out with like either teenagers or college age students at a party, like having a bonfire, and then this girl and guy go off to the beach, and the girl's like, let's go swimming, and the girl goes into the water
and the guy passed out.
she's swimming, and then all of a sudden Jaws comes
and gets flopped down a couple of times and gets rammed into a buoy, and
The young lady gets eaten by the shark.
and then the next day they find an arm on the beach. So then they're like investigating a shark attack.
They didn't want to close the beaches
The mayor didn't.
Yeah, because they were afraid it would stop the tourists from coming.
So they said maybe it was a boat attack.
And so since they don't put signs out, a bunch of people are at the beach.
And then there's a guy on the beach flipping a stick out to his dog, Pippin. Pippin! Pippin! When Jaws eats the dog.
I forgot about that. And one of the moms was looking around all over for her son, and she found out her son was gone.
So now the whole town does know about it.
They put like a reward out to go and capture this shark.
So everybody from everywhere is coming in to go claim this prize, and all the fishermen go out chumming all the water.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of psychos out there with dynamite and everything else.
They end up getting a shark,
Which was a tiger shark. A what? A tiger shark.
and they're like, oh yeah, we won, we got it, blah blah blah. They're all excited.
And then they bring in the oceanographer guy who studies sharks.
he comes in and says, that is not the shark that you're looking for.
Was not the one who killed a young boy.
So, and they found that out by cutting it open and spilling its little gut.
This is when they find like an abandoned like boat that looks like it's been attacked by like a giant like shark.
And there was an eyeball sticking out, and it freaked everybody out when the eyeball came out.
Okay, it's at the holiday now. Everyone's kind of hesitant to go into the water, even though all these like non-locals came out for the holiday, and like this old couple and two kids, they end up going in the water, and then finally like everyone goes into the water and they're all like excited and stuff.
Because these two kids were in there, they were pretending to be sharks, and they pulled guns on them. But meanwhile, the shark was over in another pond or area.
Someone yells shark, and this guy is in this tiny boat. He falls out, gets killed by the shark.
They're finally going to have to hire somebody. So they hire the local psycho, Quinn, who is a shark hunter.
Hooper and Quinn and Brody, they all went out onto the ship.
They're out there for a while and baiting and all that stuff.
They found like the location of where Jaws is.
They shoot some darts at him, so they have buoys on them, and so they can keep track of him and trying to get him.
And then the shark attacks the boat.
And they realize they're gonna need a bigger boat.
And then all of a sudden they're in there in their kitchen, having their dinner, talking about scars.
And they're all on the boat enjoying each other and singing songs.
And then they started singing their song, Show Me the Way to Go Home.
Show me the way to go home. Boom, boom. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. Had a drink about
An hour ago, and it went straight to my head.
And that's when, after they sing the song, that's when Jaws attacks, like hits the boat, and they're like, oh god.
And so they strap the fish to the back of the boat, and they try to drag him into the shallows to drown him out. But the fish was so powerful that it just started busting up the boat. The engine blows up.
They devised a new plan. One of them would go into the water.
Richard Dreyfuss' character did go down in a cage.
Along with his dart of medicine that would kill him, kill the fish if they could get it into him.
And Jaws attacks him. Oh yeah, he manages to get out of the cage, so he spins away, but then they don't know that. They think he got eaten by Jaws.
But meanwhile, he was just hiding under the water.
Jaws takes down the boat.
and Quinn got attacked.
And gets eaten up. And he's gone. And Brody stuffed an oxygen tank into his mouth.
And he takes a gun and
and then he shoots the tank and explodes. Jaws explodes.
They blew up the shark.
From there, that's the end of the movie.
And the sheriff and the biologist live.
They start swimming in, and they're like, "Do you think the tide's with us?" And I don't know, what day is it, and stuff. So they start swimming into town.
The end.
Ta-da.